Wake Up Carolina on the iCorridor Talk Network.
Let's go to the phone. We have Linda in Sumter.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I have two comments for you. One was about the affordable health care. As a black person, you can't say nothing negative about Obama. But the bottom line is when black folks said affordable health care, they meant free health care. And he didn't understand that. Because if it was affordable, we wouldn't have an issue. And I know many of people who, with this new health care plan, they couldn't even afford it. My own children couldn't afford it, and they worked. They couldn't afford this affordable health care. So as you say, it is, what does it mean? Affordable health care to black folks meant free health care, not a sliding scale, not a deductible, but you go to the doctor and you didn't have to pay anything, or you go to the doctor, and as most seniors used to be able to do, you pay $10 and get your prescription and be referred to wherever you need to be referred to. My second comment was about the key is education. Our problem today is that the key is miseducation. I just read an article this morning where Richland County had an issue with assignment on slavery. I read the article. I saw what the teacher asked them to write about, which is being a slave owner or being a slave. To me, that sounded like a good assignment, because not only does the child get to research and see what slavery is about, but to put yourself in the position of a slave owner, put yourself in the position of a slave. Do both and see the conditions that each one lived in. Have empathy and sympathy for each other, and to see that this is not what we want in the future, that we want to live differently. We want to be more one than two. And that's what Malcolm X was talking about. That's what Martin Luther King and Marcus Garvey and Myers were talking about being one, not keep being two different countries, but one country. And racism is always going to exist to some point in view. And we have to accept that. You cannot and you should not be forcing anyone to be politically correct, because then you don't get to know the person. The person doesn't get to know you. You don't get to work through your problem because you truly don't know what the problem is, because I'm too afraid to say the N word. But it's all right to say the C word. It's all right to say, to call any other race out of the name, but you can't say the N word, but I can call you a C word. It doesn't work that way, and we can't move forward that way. And with this new looting attributed to George Floyd, let's just be sensible. It is not George Floyd has nothing to do with this looting. It's an opportunity for people to do what they want to do. Sumter County had a young gentleman, I think now it's been 10 years that this officer killed over in Wedgefield. I don't see the uproar about this gentleman. And every year this family has something to commemorate his death. And I never heard of this officer being fired or any reprimation against him. So in our own community, we have it, but you're not upset over the person that you may have come in contact, the family definitely that you have come in contact with, but something that happened thousands of miles away can provoke you to destroying your own town. I can't believe that. And I have to think better of my people than that we would fall in a belief that something 1,000 miles away made us destroy our own town. No, this is something that people wanted to do. A protest is a protest in which you are trying to get change. You want a solution. I haven't heard what the solution is. So if you don't have a solution, what are you protesting about? We want better cops. We want better cops trained. We want our people to follow the laws. So where are the leaders that's standing up and saying, here, this is the solution. We want our cops better trained. We want to be able to walk down the street as a black man or a black woman or any minority or any person, to be able to walk down the street freely in this United States and not be afraid that you're going to get killed because an officer approached you.
Thank you, Linda. Appreciate your call. That's a courageous, compassionate lady, or a very passionate voice, an African-American lady who listens to our show. She's called before, and we always welcome her opinions.
Wake Up Carolina on the iCarrier Talk Network.